Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the Speaky Show. Tonight, you can see that I'm on my own. I have no Dan with me. I think he's gone off to a meeting with Hazel somewhere, around in the ether somewhere, doing something interesting, most probably. But it doesn't matter because the guest that I have on this evening is somebody very special. He's come out of retirement, uh, and I believe he's doing a tour somewhere around you soon. But he will be joining me. I am so excited. If you want a reading from him, please put it in your requests in the comment, and we will put it to him. But also, he's a healer. So if you're feeling a bit poorly or a bit under the weather and you want some healing, again, put a little bit in the chat about your ailment. Don't go into too much detail, and we'll put it to our guest and see if he'll give you some healing. And it'll be interesting to get some feedback as well. So without further ado, and don't be shy in the chat, say hello to him, everybody. Share this out far and wide across the internet and social media. I want to introduce to you the one and only, the famous Tony Stackedwell. Tony, are you there?
And it turned out, it was a douche that got broken up. Oh, sorry. Hello, everybody. How are you? Tony here from a sellout tour at Bradford Workingmen's Club, and I'm here for one night only just to speak to you lovely, lovely people. Now, there's quite a few people with me here from the spirit world in the ether, and they would love to make contact with some lovely people out there. And if you've got any questions you'd like to ask me, don't be frightened. Just ask away.
Paul says good evening.
Good evening, Paul. Hope you're doing well, love.
Lois says hello.
Oh, hello, Lois. I'm picking something up here. Something up here is. Are you Scottish by any chance? I'm picking up bottles of old booze, iron brew cans, and deep fried Mars bars. Is that can only be you? Is that you, Lois? That's what I'm talking to?
Hopefully she'll let us know in the chat.
She will. Hello, Rita, love. Hello, Eric.
It blows you a kiss.
Oh, coming back at you.
Stephen Elder, good evening.
Good evening, young Stephen.
William says
good evening, young William.
Hello, everybody in the chat. So how have you been?
If you pardon the words, I've already done you, love. So yeah.
How have you been? How have you been in yourself? You've had this sellout tour. How did it go?
Absolutely amazing. I had a sellout tour of Bradford's Workingmen's Club where I was completely sold out. We filled the club up to the limit, with 10 people. It was amazing. The fact that 4 of them walked halfway through is neither here nor there. If you can't stand heat, don't get in the kitchen, is what I always say.
Did you have a good, did you get good feedback?
I got punched a couple of times, yeah. Now, whether that's good or bad, I don't quite know, but any feedback's feedback, isn't it?
So Lois has asked, can she request a reading and some healing because she's a greedy bitch?
Yes, you can have a reading, love. You can have a reading. Now, I've given you a bit of a reading. Now, I know that you're Scottish because I picked that up. And I've got this terrible taste in my mouth and it's disgusting. And I only get this if I pick up on somebody who's ginger. Are you ginger by any chance, love? I think you might be ginger. Well, there's plenty of spirits here. We'll have to go along throughout the night and see which ones are brave enough to come forward. Although I can imagine not many of them want to speak to you, love, because I don't think that you're very well liked over there. Pretty much the same as over here.
Is she eligible for some healing as well tonight? Do you think
well, you know what? I can heal many things, but unfortunately, social diseases, there's not a lot I can do about. And I'm picking up seaside, so that tells me she's got crabs.
What kind of crabs has she got?
Well, venereal crabs. Although I am
So,
being told by Spirit, I've got a spirit doctor here who's my guide, and he is telling me she'll need more than fucking cream for that.
right, okay. Do you get that, Lois? Can you accept any of that? Um, but there's your reading for you.
Yeah, she's reading, lovely, very lucky, very, very lucky indeed.
She is very lucky. She's one of the chosen few.
She's in
Oh,
stitches, not surprised being in Scotland.
William would like to know his future and if you could heal his back for him.
Of course, I can tell you your future. You got a bright future there, young William. You're going to go far. You're going to make lots of money, and what's that? You're going to hit the big time. You become very, very famous indeed. In fact, you're going to be known globally. What's that? What? By Interpol, apparently. So maybe not the kind of famous you're looking for, but famous nevertheless. Now let me see if I can send you some healing for your back. Everybody do it with me. Everybody do it with me. And you're healed. There you go. That's for you there, William.
William, let us know if you felt or received your healing, or if you felt yourself getting warm or anything, or if anything, you
Yes,
know.
do let us know, William. Please do let us know.
She's got crabs.
So I know she had crabs. I know, amongst many other social diseases, I dare say. Oh, I will say one thing. Spirit's telling me that when you go to bed, make sure you wear woolen mittens because you don't want to be scratching downstairs with long nails.
Ooh, that would be sore.
That
Would
would.
be sore. Terry says you look nice and you've dressed for the occasion for once. He's
Always dress
obviously
the
a fan.
occasion, young Telly. You know that. Especially when I'm speaking to spirits. Because they're not just spirits, you know. They're what I like to call VIPs of the other world. Every single one is a VIP. And if they come through and send me messages that I can send on to you, then I'm more than happy to do that. And that makes me look at them in a totally different light than I would look at people that weren't VIPs, if that makes sense, love.
There you go, Terry. I hope that answers your question for you. So, Lois is saying, can you send me Tony Dwayne Johnson and should be forever grateful? Do you know him? Have you met him?
Who, me?
Yeah,
No, I've never
Tony.
met him. And one thing I will say, love, and this is just, now I'm going to be honest with you, Lois. I can do things like healing, I can do all that, but I can't send you Tony Wayne Chance. I can't do that because basically I'm just a normal medium called Stony Tackwell. I'm not Jesus, you know. I can't work medicals.
Rita is enjoying you. She's saying that you're hilarious.
Oh, thank you very
Maybe
much, Rita, love. It's great to see you on here. We had such a lovely chat the other week when we were out investigating, didn't we? And it was me and Vivian, and we were we were skewed in, plenty of
that's
spirits
right.
there. Not one that wanted to fucking talk to us, though, unfortunately. But there was plenty there.
Oh, she's drinking Pepsi Max. She's not on
Oh
the. Oh, she. So she might not be so much ginger as you think, you know, if she's on the
no,
Pepsi.
that is very true, actually. Are you sort of, are you ginger above and below, so to speak? Or is it just, have you dyed the top of your head? I don't really know.
But she's sporting the red look.
Hello, young Paul Mould. I hope you're doing well out there, love.
Are you getting anything for Paul? I
Oh,
mean, Paul.
I'm getting something through. It's somebody is telling me, Paul, they're telling me, see if you can take this. Young man, round about 70, very young, says that he went to school with you. So, you're slightly older than you look, aren't you, love? That's the truth of the matter. But I'm not sure whether this is for you, because I know you, Paul, and the one thing that I can work out from knowing you is that you've never had a fucking education in your life, love.
Paul, can you take any of this? And a man of 70 years old that says he went to school with you, maybe he'll come back and
You were a
give
few years above him, he says, so you might not remember him.
any names. Do you get any names of this guy in spirit, or
Well,
can you see him?
he's saying Tosser, but I think he's actually referring to Paul rather than his own name.
Oh, right, okay. This doesn't seem like a very nice man, does he?
Well, oh no, he's not. He's not very nice at all. No, he's not. Well, he knows Paul, doesn't he? He can't be that nice.
So, Paul, hope you're enjoying your reading. If you need to know more, let us know in the chat, and we'll see if Tony can link in again for you. And
Absolutely.
Sarah Louise would like to say hello.
Hello, Sarah. Hope you're doing well, love. Hope things are going well for you.
She's a nice lady, she is.
She's a lovely, lovely girl. She really is.
People are crying in the chat. I don't know why they're crying. I don't know what's
It's
wrong
because
with
I'm
them.
talking to Spirit, I would imagine. Why else would they be crying?
Yeah, jealousy,
Because
I
they can
think.
see that I've truly got the gift. In fact, my Native American name, I went over there many years ago and I had lots of talks with some of the tribes, and they actually called me, my American native name is Talking Bollocks.
That's a good name, isn't it?
Aye. They used to say, I used to come up and walk up to them and they go, here it comes, Talking Bollocks. And it stuck.
So when you're in America, that's what they call you, talking bollocks.
Talking, but I'm known right across the United States as Talking Bollocks. Yeah.
Wow, that's fame for you. That is.
Oh, absolutely. Or the other one is shit for brains. Apparently, I don't know, it's a jibwe or something. I don't know what it means in English, but shit for brains is what they call me.
William has said his back has had instant relief.
Well, I would expect
That's
nothing
amazing.
else, William. But so you're talking to a medium, my caliber, you're going to get instant relief. In fact, there's quite a few people that have had instant relief from me.
William is saying that you need to be on the circuit. I don't know which. Well, he's saying comedy.
Well,
circuit,
it's been said before, and I've been told that I should be on stage, mainly sweeping up.
Rita says she nearly fell on the floor for some reason.
Did she? Rita, you're not on walking sticks, are you? You're not on crutches. Now, I am magic, but I haven't got that. I'm not gifted in that department. I can't do miracles. So you've not thrown away your crutches and gone to stand up, have you? Thinking that I've cured you?
Oh, poor Rita. I hope she's all right, poor darling. So he's got a big one. So Terry says, can you help me, darling? I went to the doctors as I'm getting very confused. I forget where I leave things and had 5 marbles, but I can only find 2. And he said, I've lost his marbles. Can you help me find his marbles? Terry wants to know.
Terry, I've known you for many years, my love, and unfortunately, that nobody could help you find your marbles. And it's what we call oldest ages. That's what we call it, oldest ages. And it comes to us all, it really does. In fact, you get so old sometimes that you're almost on the perimeter of falling over the edge. And we call that death, or the leap into the big beyond. And Spirit is saying, yeah, what for Terry? Yeah. Spirit is telling me they'll see you next Tuesday, Terry. I don't know what that means, but that's what they're telling me. So you must be very old.
Oh, dear. Oh, maybe he should get his paranormal equipment out just before they arrive to see him next Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't think they're coming to. I don't think they're coming for an investigation. I think they're coming for a collection.
Oh, dear. Oh, do you know a guy called Dan? Because Lois is saying that Dan knows you.
Oh, you mean the good-looking honky guy? Bit of a prick. Yes, I know him. I know him very well. Yes, yes.
Oh.
He's not anything to do with you, is he? Because I owe him money.
Paul is laughing at the horrible man that came through.
Oh, he's horrible, Paul. I wouldn't have dealings with him. I wouldn't have dealings with him at all, love.
Have you got any other?
Spirit's coming close. Spirit is now descending, communicating with me through the ether. I want all of you out there tonight to look upon me as a television. Well, a broken television, really, because I can do audio, but I can't send pictures. But we'll get through it tonight. Bear with me. Spirit is coming through. And they're telling me that there are messages for all of you tonight, if you so wish, and are brave enough to take them.
Are you getting anything else for Paul at all? Is Paul getting anything else?
I don't know. No, I'm not picking up much from Paul. Paul's a little bit of a, what do they call him? A bit of a dark shadow. He doesn't give much away. But we'll see how it unfolds through the evening. Apart from the school friend that grew up with him. And there's nobody else here for you, Paul. You weren't very well liked, were you, in life? Because those that have gone over, they still don't seem to like you, Paul.
Stephen Elder, I think he's too scared to ask for anything. But if you get anything for Stephen,
I will do. I definitely will do. I will do. I will do.
Chantel is in the house. I
Chantel
love her.
Redman, indeed. I might have a message for Chantel. It's it's coming from Spirit. It's coming from quite a few in the Spirit world, actually. And they're saying, now, I don't know if this means anything to you, Chantel. Mouthy bitch. Does that mean anything? Can you take that, Chantel? Now, if you can't take that, Chantel, if that means nothing to you, take that home, ask around. I'm sure anybody could furnish you with the answer to it.
Do you pick up on any animals, like spirit animals coming through with for Chantel or anything like that?
No, I don't do animals because, unfortunately, I'm allergic to fur, so I stay away from them quite a lot.
But you're all right with feathers?
I'm all right. Well, they're not real, are they? You can see they're coming off my hands. I'm the only one with a boa that's got alopecia.
William's laughing. Eric says, or standing bullshit.
That's my brother.
Standing bullshit.
Standing bullshit.
Terry, Chantal says that every time she closes her eyes that she's seeing images of you. That's really good. And she says you're spot on.
Thanks very much, love. I just want to add, actually, I'm not doing cash tonight, but I'm going to put my credit card and my card number up. So if you want to put your money across on that, I will take it.
So how did you start working with spirit? How did you find out that you had this gift?
Well, it was me. I've known this. I first dealt with spirit when I was 4 weeks old, and I remember it very well. I was only a month old, and it was me. It was just people would come. They'd come to me, and I remember when I got older, people would come into the bedroom in the early hours of the morning, and I can only assume it's spirit, and they would put a pillow over my face. And "die, you bastard" are the words that basically resonate in my head from them days. And I think it was spirit saying to me, "We want you to communicate." Well, that's how I took it anyway. "We want you to communicate with us." And then a little later on, my poor old Aunt Doris, very, very unlucky woman, she choked to death, you see. She was eating some spaghetti, and I was at the dinner table with her, and she started gagging, and she started pointing at the tap. I can only assume she wanted water, but that's a reflection. And she was choking, and absolutely choking on the spaghetti, and she just died right in front of us. And the ironic thing is that it was alphabetic spaghetti. So if only she'd have used some of it to actually spelt out what the problem was, we could have dealt with you there and then.
Oh, poor auntie.
And then, of course, there's her husband. He was his Uncle Ernie, and he died, unfortunately. He was very unlucky. He died whilst drinking a pint of long life milk.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, we're very unlucky where food stuffs are concerned in our family.
Chantal says, what? She's seeing visions. What the fuck do you get from that? When I close my eyes, I can't see.
Who you calling that, you Chantal, you cheeky bugger?
No, I think she gets visions.
Do you get visions? Perhaps you're one of us. Perhaps you're one of the Sixth Sense crew. I'm not picking anything up from you, although I dare say there's quite a lot you could pick up from you. But I'm not picking up from anything from the ether.
Now, Eric says that no one else can see when they shut their eyes.
And that's a scientific fact, Eric.
She's not stoned enough. Does anyone else want any more readings? Anyone want any healing? Chantal, do you need any healing? Eric, do you want any healing?
I'm not frightened. I will say I'm not frightened to touch people in unacceptable areas. If you need healing on your nether regions, I'm the man.
Oh, Terry's asking about Circle. I remember coming to one of your Circle classes. Ringer, Ringer Roses was the best.
Oh, it was great. Do you remember those days, Terry? They're absolutely amazing, weren't they? Absolutely amazing. And I'm quite often like to let people into my circle.
You do?
Yeah, I love people going around the back of me and just coming into my circle. It's amazing.
Oh, dear. Well, William says, what is the secret of life, Terry? Tony?
Breathing.
Breathing.
Yeah. Keep breathing, you'll live for as long as you can. When you stop, you're basically fucked.
Chantel, she says she's not frightened to touch people.
No, I'm sure you're not, but I bet they're frightened that you might touch them.
Annette says hello.
Hello, Annette. It's Annette. Hello, Annette. Look, how are you doing, lovey? Hope you're doing
Annette,
well.
if you want a reading, Annette, just let us know. Put it in the chat, or if you need some healing. So, William has asked, what's the secret of the universe? Can you ask
I don't
Spirit?
know that. Well, do you know I've not got an answer for that one?
Has
As
Spirit
I've
got
said
an
to you
answer?
people, listen, you people out there, you've got to realise I am Tony Stackedwell, not Jesus. I've not got the answers to the universe and life and all that. That's a pay grade above me. Well, 10 pay grades above me, really.
Would your guide know any secrets that they'd want to tell?
Well, my guy's drunk. My guy's drunk all the time. He knows fuck all, to be honest with you. He's pissed up now.
Is he? What's he drinking?
Spirits. Hey!
Lois's husband, Stephen, would like a reading if that's okay with you.
Yes, I can. Now, Lois, I don't want you to be in the room at the same time because Spirit is coming close and telling me, now, when you've gone out of the room, give me a count to 10 and you'll be back out of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, Stephen, I hope you're listening. Listen closely. Spirit are telling me one word, fucking run. Run, lad. Run and don't look back. Get the fuck away from her. She's clearly mental. She's got crabs. She's no good for you. Get out of there, son.
Do you not think that Stephen might have given her the crabs?
I don't know. I doubt it very much. Stephen seems a very clean lad to me.
Is
Very
he?
clean lad. Whereas Lois is quite the skank. Don't shoot me. I'm just the messenger, love. Spirit is telling me this.
I'm sure she's a very nice lady, you know.
Bitch is all they're saying. Bitch, they're saying in the background. Skanky bitch is what they're saying.
Poor Lois.
What? Yeah. It needs a good scrub is what they're saying.
Oh, right. Okay. Needs to get in bath like. Eric says, Rita says Eric would like some healing.
What healing do you want, Eric or Rita? Can you tell me what he needs it for? As I say, I'm not too posh to touch people in personal areas.
Okay. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Rita to come back, Annette would love a reading.
I'm not getting much for you at the minute, Annette. I've got. Do you know somebody called? Alan is coming through. It's a J. A J. Do you know anybody who with a letter, first letter of their name? Could be the second letter, could be the third letter, could be the fourth letter. It could be any one of the letters. In actual fact, do you know anybody whose name is made up out of the alphabet? I know I'm sticking with a J. John, Janet, Jeremy, Jeff. I don't know. One of those. Can you take that? Can you take that?
Yes, she can. She says she knows loads.
Oh, do you? Well, let's see if we can narrow it down a bit. He's got one eye, no legs, and he's wearing a nappy. Can you take that? Does that mean anything to you? No? He's telling you, love, you need to get down clinic. You need to get sorted. Because if you don't get sorted, don't get the right cream, it'll never go away.
Oh, she says it's nice.
There you go. And if you can't take that, love, go home, ask family when I'm not here, and I'm sure that it will click. It'll fall into place.
But while she's in the clinic or after she's
Well,
been?
when she asks somebody in the family, they'll go, "Oh yes, I know that man very well. Yes."
Right, okay.
He's not wearing a nappy because he's incontinent. He's wearing one because he's a fucking pervert.
Stephen's asking, can you offer any help in finding a voodoo doll? I've
I,
hunted the whole house and can't find where she's hidden it.
well, it's very weird because Spirit are telling me, Stephen, they're coming close, trying to communicate with me, to communicate with you. They're telling me that your wife's got it and she's sticking pins of it while reciting your name. So I would look in her drawers, if you pardon the pun,
In the drawers.
in her drawers.
Okay. So look in her drawers, Stephen. That's what
It'll have
Tony's
a
going
little
to say.
picture of your face on it and pins that she's stuck into it.
So she's using it.
Yes, she's using it against you, Stephen.
Okay. Sarah says, do you know the Saturday lottery numbers? And if you do, would Spirit share them with us?
Yeah, I do know them. I don't know them individually, but they're somewhere between 1 and 52.
Okay.
But that's how good I am. I do know them.
Tony, Lois loves you lots there, and she's sending you lots of kisses.
Yeah, along with Wanker, I can see. But only on a weekday.
David Cook. Hello, David.
Hello,
He says,
David. Hope you're doing well, love.
it looks like the only spirit that you've come into contact with is Johnny Walker.
Oh,
So
he's a
maybe
lovely lad, that Johnny Walker. Absolutely marvellous he is. Fantastic lad.
is he not Scottish, Johnny Walker?
I think he is, but I think he's Scottish, isn't he? Yeah.
Same
Scottish.
place as Lois is from. She's
It
Scottish
is,
as well.
same place Lois is from. I don't know, Lois. All the information I've said on her tonight, I'm just picking up through the ether, through Spirit, contacting me to contact her.
That's nice. Paul is saying you remind him of Elton John.
I do. I am a little fat, obnoxious bastard as well.
So
Just like Sir Elton.
Eric says we don't know anyone named Alphabet.
Oh, Eric, love, you've got it wrong. It's the letters in the alphabet that will make up both names. You see, that's where you've gone wrong. You see, but you're just a layman. You wouldn't know these things, not being an internationally renowned spiritualist and psychic medium to the Z-list celebrities like I am.
So Eric's just introducing you, saying that it's Tony Stackedwell in the.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Although I'm
Lynn,
surprised you need to tell them, to be honest with you, Eric, because my face is so known throughout the land.
Lynn Murphy says hello. And
hello, Lynn. I hope you're doing well, love. I hope life's treating you well.
If you get anything for Lynn, would you let her know?
I will let Lynn know as soon as I get something. I will let Lynn know. If Spirit deign to come through, to communicate through me to you, then I will let you know gladly.
Okay. And Sarah asks, does Johnny Walker know Jack Daniels?
Very, very. Yes, they're partners.
Are they up there together in the spirit world together? Are they?
Yeah, they're in the spirit world together. Yeah, they're partners.
Are they good friends, or are they enemies, or?
No, they love each other very much. Once again, like my guide, they're always pissed.
Annette says, have you got any predictions for the future for her?
Yes, I've got some predictions for the future. It's definitely coming.
There you go, Annette.
And lots of things will happen.
So that to look forward to.
And just to prove a point, they're telling me, Spirit, that tomorrow the sun will come up.
Oh,
and
we
then
hope
in the
so.
evening it'll go down again. You see, you wanted predictions, and I'm giving you predictions.
Lynn is saying you definitely have stars in your eyes.
Oh, thank you very much, Lynn. I do have stars in my eyes.
Paul wants to know, what advice would you give budding clairvoyants?
What advice would I give to budding clairvoyants? The only advice I would give you is stay off my fucking patch, because that's my money. Yeah, but it's a very, very hard and long job. It takes minutes to perfect it to the quality that I've got it now. Some people say years, but I was sort of so good that they fast tracked me, and I've learned everything I know in 20 minutes.
Oh, that's good. That's nice. They
It's
must
good.
love you then. They
They
must love you.
absolutely love me. Oh God, you make me blush. Yes, I am wonderful. Yes.
David Cook says your face is plastered all over the country on police wanted for posters. Do you think
It
they're getting?
is, unfortunately, yes.
Are they
Yes,
not getting
because I
confused
do a lot of
about
work for
junk?
the police. I do, I go and I find, oh, that's a spirit screaming now in the ether. I do like to work for the police, yes. I go and I find things like lost people and handbags and junkies and stuff like that. And they call on me quite a lot. Yeah, that's why if people see me going in and out of the police station quite a lot, it's not that I've been arrested. It's just that they've called me in because they want me to work with them, and the handcuffs are just a formality.
Oh, so there you go. You heard it here first, guys.
Mm.
Lynn says thank you for
You're
her
more than
reading
welcome,
there.
Linda. More than welcome.
Robert says Les Dawson on speed.
Very much so.
Is Les Dawson on speed? I know he's passed over into the ether, isn't he? So
He has
I didn't.
passed on. He passed over. Yes, he did.
I didn't think
Lovely
he did
man.
drugs. I didn't think he did drugs though, did
No,
he?
he didn't do drugs. No, very lovely man. I spoke to him a couple of times since he's crossed over.
And did he say anything interesting that you'd
Told me
like
to
to
fuck
share?
off. There was a few expletives. I remember him. I said to him, Les, I said, I'm Tony Stackedwell, spirit medium to the stars. Fuck right off. And then it was interspersed with words like wanker tosser.
Oh, okay. Don't
I
mess
think
with
he was just
Les.
joking.
William is in awe of you because he says he can tell that you learned it all in 20 minutes.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? You know what? When you see a professional like me, William, people know it. They know the quality. They feel the width. They feel the quality of the material. They know I'm the real thing.
David says the police asked Tony to help find their missing toilets because they had nothing to go on. Is that right?
Very funny, David. Comedy's not your strong point, is it, love?
So Paul says, who inspired you to do the work that you do, both the living and the dead?
Well, Chuckle Brothers, both of them, because one's dead and one's still alive. So, I've got it coming from them. The Chuckle Brothers are big inspiration for me. To me, to you, that type of thing. And I don't know. Adolf Hitler, I think, was one that inspired me. He inspired me very much on how not to do things. And yeah, that's about it, really. Yeah.
Oh, we got some more here. Robert Fulton, he was asking about his mother-in-law.
Who's asking about their mother-in-law?
I don't know. Maybe Robert was asking about his
The only
mother-in-law.
reason people ask me questions about their mother-in-laws is to fucking make sure they are dead.
Tony, when you go on tour, is there anything you do to prepare yourself before going on the stage?
Yes, I like to sit down for 10 minutes and I like to meditate, and then I like to wash my helmet before I go on stage.
Okay. What kind of helmet? Is it a bike helmet, is it?
No, my
Or
knob.
Oh, okay. Does it stand for anything? Does it help spirit come closer, or
No, I
you
just
just
get a
like
kick
to?
out of washing my knob.
Oh, okay. Oh dear. No, it says 10,000 stars for you, Elton. They're calling you
Oh, thank
Elton.
you very much, young Lois Haddo. Thank you very, very much indeed.
Les Dawson's
Les
mother-in-law.
Dawson.
His mother-in-law.
Oh, no, he didn't say anything about his mother-in-law. Unfortunately, he's a bit pissed off because she's over here with him.
Annette wants to know how much do you charge for one-to-ones?
Well, I mean, that kind of depends, doesn't it? Whether it's head, anal, full lot.
Is there a starting price for the cheapest?
Yeah, 15 quid for head, £20 full sex, and £12 for a knee trembler.
Right, there you go. And if she wants
Oh,
to
hang
have
on,
the
that's what
one,
she was asking about, wasn't she?
I think so.
I've
So
got
if she
two
wants,
tariffs, one for perversions and another one for doing these readings.
so if she wants to get in contact with you, how would she get in contact with you? Through your website, I
No,
presume. Is
just
it?
die.
Oh, okay.
When you die, you can get in contact with me anytime you want.
Okay.
What part of fucking medium do you lot not understand?
David Cook says he saw Tony on tour at my local theatre and we gave him a standing ovation because the staff took the chairs away before the end.
Well, they did. They took the chairs away on my say so because it's the only way I can get a standing ovation.
Willow is a big fan of yours. How much an hour are you?
Oh, well, as soon as you're a big fan of mine, that'll be £40 an hour. Minimum of 12 hours.
12 hours.
12-hour reading.
Okay. So do you is Spirit coming close? Are they picking up on anything for you now? Are you getting
No, it's Spirit
anything?
are close. They're always close. Spirit love to make contact with me and spend time with me. They love to say things to me of a private nature. Sometimes I can put them over. A lot of the time I choose not to because, people tend to shoot the messenger. And I tell them I'm the messenger. I'm not the one who's orchestrated these sentences that I'm telling you. But they're always close to me. They're always close to me every day. Always. I can't have a shit without one of them sitting next to me.
There's a question for you for the paranormal investigators out there.
Mm.
You hear of
Or as I like to call them, lying bastards.
but you hear of these
Most of
mediums
them.
that they send spirit into the light. Now, how do they do that? Do they get spirit to come down and get spirit to bring spirit into the light, or is it the medium that does it? How would you do it?
You do it with a bulb,
A bulb?
a very strong bulb, and you put it in, and then you flick the switch, and the light comes, and off you go.
Okay, so the
Yeah. I
spirits
told you
don't
I've only
come.
had 20 minutes
Okay,
teaching. I'm not.
so Robert says, do you do hypnotism?
I don't do hypnotism. No, I don't do hypnotism.
Do any of your friends do hypnotism?
No, not one of you. No. You don't know. No, none of them do it. No.
Oh, that's a shame. Maybe we could hypnotise them all in the chat. What equipment do you use to contact spirit? Annette is asking.
I use my God-given gift of telepathy and communication with the netherworld, with the ether. I speak to the dead because I've been given a gift. Myself is the only tool that I need. And they've said, here he comes, Tony Stackedwell. He's one big tool.
There you go. There you go, Annette. Tony, what would you do? What would you do most haunted?
I would definitely do most haunted, definitely, because I've not passed prostituting myself, selling myself for a few quid, and demeaning myself and demeaning everything I stand for. I'm a cheap bastard.
And you wouldn't mind a woman like Yvette screaming in your ear rolls all the time?
No, I could take that for 100 quid an hour.
Willow wants to know, what's your advice on orbs?
Bollocks. I think it's all bollocks, Willow, to be quite honest with you.
And then says, what's your favourite haunted location?
My pants. There's an
So
awful lot of paranormal activity goes on down there, I'll tell you.
there you go. And David there is just lost for words at the moment.
Oh, look, David, it's blank like your mind.
Maybe he needs some healing. Could you go and do any healing for David?
He fucking needs putting down, is what David needs.
Oh, dear. So, have Spirit come close today and given you any words of wisdom for your fans out there that's watching tonight?
Yeah, they've actually said, you know, what they've given some amazing words of encouragement to me and words of wisdom that I need to give to you. And the words of wisdom are: come and see me in one of my shows, one of my live shows. Tickets are £50 an hour. You can get a program that's 20 quid. Some total of 120 quid for 2 hours show and a program. And basically, the words of wisdom is to give your money to Dan or Tony Stackedwell, if you like to call me.
There you go. So that's the words of wisdom from Spirit that have come close. Robert is saying, do you see things?
Of course I do, Robert. I'm not fucking blind. Although you'd be
What
forgiven thinking I was with these on.
do you wear? Is that part of your stage show outfit, or is that what you wear every day?
Oh, I wear these every day, love. I love to look fashionable and tip top.
Is fashion important to you then?
Very much so. My kind of fashion makes me inconspicuous. I can walk down the road and you couldn't tell me from the ordinary man in the street.
It's important to
It's
have
very
your normal
important
life.
to blend in with the public. My
Have you had?
public, I like to call them.
Have you ever had a stalker? Has anyone ever tried to stalk you, or
I've had a
how did you handle?
stalker, yeah, quite a few occasions. It's not the living stalkers that are the problem, it's the dead ones because they can follow you wherever you are. Walls and doors mean nothing to them bastards.
And do they do crazy things to you?
They touch me up and try and get in bed and stuff like that. Not one of the fuckers has actually made a cup of tea or even cleaned up after themselves. Dirty bastards.
Would you ever consider having a relationship with one of the spirits?
I've got a relationship with 12 of them.
Oh wow, that's a lot. Keeps you
Lots of
busy.
ectoplasm flying about there, I don't mind telling you.
Lina's asking, do you ever get haunted?
All the time, and I can't get away from the buggers.
Tony, my love, can you give me some advice for my next investigation?
Turn up. You can't go wrong, young Terry. Spirit telling me you can't go wrong if you turn up.
There you go. Robert is asking, do the spirits smoke after sex?
Continually. All the time. They smoke. Some smoke cigars, some smoke pot, you know.
Some smoke pot. And do they get high?
They do get high, yeah, they get very high. Very high.
Lynn was saying stalker, not stalk on.
Stalker. Well, I've been known to have a few stalkers in my life.
Been a problem for you?
No, not at all. No, not at all. I do like cracking a stalker.
Eric's saying...
You're right there, Eric. You're absolutely right there.
He's got a stalker and she's got red hair and she lives in Scotland.
Exactly, Eric.
Is that where
she's what Spirit would call a loose woman.
That's a good TV show over here.
Oh, it's a very good TV show over here, isn't it?
Maybe we should get her on the TV show, Loose Woman.
They don't like them that loose.
Lynn is saying hysterical. I think she's getting hysterical.
Oh, calm down, Lynn, love. Breathe with it. You know, in, out. Take it easy. You'll be fine. Spirit tell me you're not due for another fortnight anyway, so you got a long way to go yet.
So, is breathing the secret to a successful meditation?
Well, the secret to staying alive, and meditation. I find that the secret to meditation is 6 pints of lager, a few shots, and a kebab.
And then you'll be talking to spirits.
Well, just once you've had them, you comatose. You couldn't give a toss.
Okay, that's a good one. Lynn is enjoying the show. She said you're bringing her so much laughter and joy. She's not had that for ages.
Laughing? What are you laughing at, Lynn? I'm a professional, love. I'm not here to be laughed at. I'm here to be adored.
What's your views on marriage between the living and the past?
Hmm. Hmm. I'm not keen on marriage overall or connections to another person in that kind of relationship because, it's all very well when you're married over here, but, marriage is eternal. And unfortunately, they fucking follow you over there. So there's no getting away from the bastards once you're married to them eternally. So I'm very much walk this path on your own.
Free living.
Free living.
When you meditate, what realm do you visit?
The realm of snoring.
And what's in snoring? Is that a good place to go and visit?
I don't know. I've got no conscious about it when I'm there. I'm asleep.
Right, okay.
That kind of snoring.
Okay. So, can you tell us a little bit about your spirit guide? It'd be fascinated to know who he is and why he's
Well,
always
he's a
drunk.
raving alcoholic
Hmm.
for a start. He's always pissed. I've told you that. And he was a toilet cleaner from the Victorian period.
Right.
And unfortunately, he had a hot flush and just passed out and drowned in the urinal.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't the most exotic of lives that he led. It wasn't even the most prestigious of lives that he led, but he bloody enjoyed it. He kept them toilets looking spick and span. He really did. And that serves him in the afterlife.
Oh. So, is he from London initially, or is he from somewhere
He's from
else? Or
Edgware.
Edgware.
Edgware,
Okay.
right? From Edgware.
I think George Michael would like to go and visit him, maybe. He used to like a toilet in his day.
Mm.
Not
It's
far
George
from
Michael.
Edgware.
It's George Michael.
Oh, it's George Michael.
It
Is
is
your
George Michael. I use the Victorian period as a ruse, but it's really George Michael.
And is he still singing while he's pissed? Does his voice still carry, do you
Oh, he's
think?
got a marvellous voice. Absolutely fantastic voice. And he's telling me he still spends a lot of time hanging around public toilets.
Good for him.
As do I.
Good for you. Does he still do the odd wacky
Cottaging.
backy or cottaging? What's
He does a
cottaging?
lot hanging around public toilets.
Oh, so he goes to the
Ah.
cottage, does he?
He does a bit of cottaging like me. We do a lot of cottaging together. Him in spirit, me in the physical.
Oh, well, I know that a lot of people in the chat would love to ask Mr. Michael a few questions.
Well, they're more than welcome to. Whether he'll answer you, I'm not too sure.
Did his career went down the toilet
His
then?
career did go down the toilet, unfortunately.
Do you have any spirit animals and do you
No,
take
I'm
care of them?
allergic to fur, unfortunately, Paul. So I don't fur and feather and stuff like that. Well, these, I say, these not real feathers, but I'm allergic to fur and that, so I don't actually deal with the animals.
Okay. So, does your guide, does he go and visit Andrew Ridgely at all? Does he give him any
He does
inspirations?
sometimes go and visit Andrew Ridgely just when Andrew Ridgely's asleep, and he stands over Andrew Ridgely's bed and points at Andrew and says, "You wouldn't be fuck all without me, son. You wouldn't be fuck all without me. I was the talent."
Oh,
Yeah. And
it's
they
a
say
shame.
you don't carry animosity into the next life. Well, I'm afraid some of them do.
Oh, well, his music, what a legend. His music does still live on.
Absolutely amazing. Often belts out a song. I had him here in the living room the other day. Him doing a duet with Frank Sinatra. The
Oh,
birdie,
really?
the birdie song they did. I brought a tear to my eye. And when they went through the match and did, I fear broke down.
Oh. What does Rob says? Does he say "Wake me up before you go"? Go.
He does. He does. He does.
And Ridgely, "Wake me up before you go." Go.
Yeah, they both say it. They both say it. But remember, Lynn, and George would like you to know this, he was the talent.
Remember that.
Remember that.
So when you come on the stage, do you have any music that you come onto the stage to when you're doing gigs? Is it one of his, or do you use something completely different?
I like to walk onto the stage, just me, with a candle in the background, and I walk onto the stage and I walk over silently. And then all of a sudden, from nowhere, poof, I'm lit up with this big light. And I turn around to the audience and I say, all right. And that's how I introduce myself.
That's wonderful. And
It's amazing, isn't it?
you don't have any music or anything playing in the
No, because
background.
unfortunately, a lot of these artists, these singers and people that write songs, they don't particularly like me. So they put out a lot of legislation that I can't use their music.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of them have said, we don't want that. Their words, not mine. We don't want that nonce using our music.
Right. I have a request for you.
Go for it.
Could you do some distant healing for a very good friend of mine called Jamie, who works terribly hard and is always tired, and he needs a bit
Oh,
of a
hang on, hang
kick.
on, hang on there. Wait, their spirit are telling me he's he's very special needs. Is that right?
He is,
Yeah, I'm
yes.
getting special needs, not the full ticket, completely off the wall. There's a squirrel loose in the house. All of those, all of those sayings and descriptions are attaining to the young Jamie. Spirit are telling me, they're all telling me he's a bit simple,
He is.
and they can't all be wrong. Simple as fuck is what they're saying. Their words, not mine. And
And
yes, of course. So please tell me.
would they give him? Could you send some distance healing to help him, because I think he needs it right now.
Ah, yes, we can do. Everybody together now. And sent. There you go.
So when we
We
next see him,
can't cure him of being thick, though, unfortunately.
okay. And
No more than we can cure that Lois of crabs.
Can we send Lois some healing as well, because she's been a bit
Spirit
down?
are telling me they want to send her fuck all.
Why not?
Don't like her.
That's not very nice.
They said, how can they send healing to people that they can't understand? I didn't want to say this, but unfortunately, there's a lot of anti-ginger talk over this side of the curtain, the veil. Lots of anti-gingerism going on.
And what are they saying about these people with ginger? Because I dyed my hair, got ginger in it
No, like
recently.
real gingers, they can't stand them
Why?
because they're ginger.
Do they smell of biscuits or something?
Piss and biscuits, apparently. Ginger people once telling me piss and biscuits, and somebody shouted out with a hint of shit.
Oh dear. And what about ginger people that have gone white because they've got grown older?
They still stink of piss and biscuits and shite. You can't change it. Once a ginger, always a ginger, according to this lot.
Oh dear. Why do you think they don't like you? That's the people with the music.
Probably because I'm a narcissist, an arsehole, horrible, cantankerous, vicious, nasty little bastard. But that's what
Well,
spirit say I am anyway, so.
that's what spirits say you are.
Yeah, that's it, I am, yeah. But, they're only jesting. They love me, really.
And does your alcoholic friend, does he say the same?
No, he says, that's what he says.
Okay, that's very nice.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? I translate that as what a good-looking, sophisticated, suave man about town Tony Stackedwell really is.
Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? It's
It's
from the
lovely, isn't
heart.
it? It's lovely when you're appreciated.
So Paul has asked, who is the worst spirit you have channeled, and what happened to make them the worst?
Oh, the worst spirit I've ever channeled. The worst spirit. Margaret Thatcher, because she was a money grabbing, right wing bitch who took the milk off the kids.
Yeah. That's why it was the worst, because she took the milk off the kids.
She did a lot of stuff. But spirit telling me don't get political.
Oh, okay. Okay,
They're
I
telling me
won't
don't
then.
get political. I've actually got Ted Heath here, and he's telling me don't get political, Dan. That's where I went wrong.
Tony.
Tony. Dan, that's my nickname.
Lynn saying she can't breathe. So
you might be with them quicker than a couple of weeks then, Lynn.
Anti-gingers. She's anti the gingers.
Anti-Ginga.
Auntie Ginga.
Anti-Ginga.
Rob says he only gets every third word from Lois.
That's more than we do, young Robert. That's more than we do.
Lynn is asking, do you think you have a problem?
Plenty of them, Lynn. Plenty of them.
And do spirit have problems as well?
Oh, do you know what you would think, wouldn't you? People say to me, when you pass Dan, when you pass Tony and you go over to the other side, you get enlightenment. You change from the person that you were and you become an enlightened one. You become understanding of everything, acceptable of everything, and you become loving. Do your bollocks is what I say to them. They're as nasty bastards over the other side as they were this side. I don't mind telling you. Some of them, they've even got worse. Right tossers, some of them are, I'm telling you.
Sarah's enjoying the show. She loves it.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you, love, very much indeed.
And William agrees about the Iron Lady.
Thank you, William. Thank you, a fellow Thatcher hater.
And Lynn is saying, should take the sugar off.
She would indeed take the sugar off of the baby's tummy.
So we are coming to the end of the show. We've had our hour, and we don't want your agent on our backs asking us for even more money.
I'm very sought after. I'm very well known between Rotherham and Bradford.
Before you go, though, Tony, we'd like to ask you to ask your spirit friends that have come in very close this evening to leave us with some parting words, and we'll end the show with them. So everyone in the chat, if you've enjoyed it and you'd like to see Tony again, send us a message through the Facebook page. Send us a private message. Let us know if you enjoyed.
Next time, special rates.
Oh, great. That'd be good. And I'll leave this now with you, Tony, and your spirit friends.
Right. So now, spirit are drawing very close. They're actually coming close to me. When it gets to the end of one of the sessions, they're coming closer just before they depart back off into their own lives, whatever lives they lead into the spirit world. And they're telling me to leave you with this thought. If you do anything bad, make sure you don't get caught. That's it. That's it. Simple, isn't it? But it means so much. You can translate that in any way you want. You can take from that whatever you want. It's a deeper and more meaningful set of words than you could ever imagine.
That's a good bit of advice.
Oh, and for the boys, always shake once you've had a piss. Because there's nothing more embarrassing than them telltale spots when you walk out onto the dance floor. Especially if you're wearing a rather light tanned pair of trousers.
Before we do close, and this is the final, Jeremy York is can we just send him some extra special love, because he'd been under the surgeon's knife recently and he's healing fantastically, but can we just send him some love, Tony?
Lots of love to Jeremy. The spirits are coming close again, Jeremy. Spirits are coming close, and they're telling me to send you love from the spirit world. over to you. Love and healing in abundance. There's lots and lots of it. You're very well liked over there. Very well liked indeed, Jeremy. Not so much like this side of life, but they love you over there for some reason. Anyway, they want us to send their love, or me to send their love to you.
You know
So
why they
there you
like
go,
him?
Jeremy.
He's not ginger. That's why they love him.
Exactly. He's not ginger, and he clearly doesn't smell of piss and biscuits, a little bit of poo.
And with that, I'm going to say good night. Thank you very much for agreeing to coming on the show, Tony. And we'd like you to come back on again, if that's okay with you and your alcoholic spirit guide.
I won't be available for the next couple of days because I'm going in to give big readings to somebody who's had a very unfortunate set of circumstances. I'm going in and I'm going to be giving some readings. It'll be a short reading, actually, even though it'll take 12 days. Most of it will be trying to stop him crying. But I've got to go in and give Matt Hancock some advice. And the advice Spirit World are telling me is he's fucked.
Oh. And our spirit going away now? Are they closed, or are they still with you? Or
Spirits are leaving now. They're leaving on that midnight train to heaven. They're on their way. They drew close and now they're gone away. They might be back another day. They're gone.
They're wonderful, aren't they?
It's us, there's a lot of them. There's some lovely ones, but some tossers, I tell you.
Right, so we will be back next Wednesday at
Not
8 o'clock.
me.
No, Dan will be joining me, and we might have a guest, we might not. We don't know what's happening yet, but I'm sure it'll be an awful lot of fun. And you'll come back on the show again at some point.
I will
Tony.
come back on the show again. I will tell you, I'm getting a message that. It's another one. I am going to be giving some amazing reading for the future. That there will be another show next week.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
You're
And
more
with
than
that,
welcome.
everybody. With that,
Love and
everybody.
light, everybody. Love and light.
Hope you've enjoyed the show. We will see you next week. Hope you can join us then. And
See you
with
next
that,
week.